Well, good night, good day, whatever time of the day it is in your area. We want to say hello to you. Welcome to another Mikey Life, people. This is where it all happens. We're talking about the good. We are talking about the bad. We are talking about the Mikey. For those of you who are viewing right now live via WPG10, we want to say thank you for so doing. You're on HD. If you're on channel 11, man, you get that crisp quality of Mikey Live. And of course, those of you who are looking WPG10 channel 10 standard definition, you too get good quality viewing of the program. We also want to say thank you to those of you who are on Facebook. Of course, we cannot say thank you enough for the Facebook viewers, man, especially those of you who share. And with that, I want to say thank you as well to those of you who are on YouTube. If you have not yet done so, please share the program. Let somebody know that the program has started. Yes, we're going to tonight tell you about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Things that you have not heard about before. You're going to hear that too. No AC and thing tonight because remember, back in the day, we wanted to work up a sweat on the program. Tonight, I want to work a sweat. You understand? I find the belly growing and thing like that. So these days, I want no AC. No more AC. We go how to work out on the program like we used to. All right? So feel free to join us on the workout. You know what I mean? Audio. So let's talk about what's making the headlines, all right? Now, there's going to be a workshop for Calypso, Groovy, and Soca judges. I'm going to tell you about that. Missing 15-year-old found. We tell you all of that. Once you think we can need program, then play smash up. There's a new development on donations and so on for persons who want to send donations for the Ministry of Health and so. There are some concerns. And so they're trying to put things in order. We're going to tell you about that. Donation and concessions. All right, we're going to talk about that. MTV studio broken into exactly 1 year after WFM studio was broken into. We've got a statement by the police as well regarding some statements that were being made last week. We want to talk to you about that. And Trump threatens to deport millions beginning next week. An 11-year-old girl dies by suicide, according to Trinidad media, over an argument relating to a television remote. All right, we're going to talk about that and more. When we return, yeah, people from all over the world tune into the program, I want to say thank you for so doing. All right, so folks, let me take a quick break. And you see, when we come back, it's real news in Oli Lolo. So brace yourself. We come in.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all Social Security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
The Courts Home event is finally here. Now is the time to get all you need for your home. Create your sweet retreat with our bedroom ranges. Level up the family room with high-definition TVs, entertainment systems, comfy sofas or sectionals. Enjoy more home dining with a new set. Getting into home fitness? We've got that too. And find something shiny and new for your kitchen. All at the Courts Home event, where we have it all.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
All right, folks, welcome back and welcome to those of you who are here with us for the first time. That's your special welcome, all right? Oh, yeah. So the first story or the first thing that we have to tell you about, boy, the netballers, Grenadian netballers was doing so good in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that we started boasting about it, that they have yet to lose a game. And then, boom, we lost one. But a small thing. That's how it works. All right, now the host country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is the team that's unbeaten so far. So Grenada will be playing one of its games. I think we should be playing our 5th game this evening in the OECS ECCB Championship, the Netball Championship. All right. So far, we have 6 points from 4 games, and we are just behind of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right. Now they are playing really good as well. Grenada lost its first game to St. Vincent and the Grenadines 54-43 yesterday. They say it was a really tough game that Grenada played, that probably they did not realize that the St. Vincent team was as tough as they were. Oh my goodness. You understand? Not realizing that the St. Vincent team was as tough as they were. So probably they underestimated the team a bit, and then play smash up. You understand? So folks, that's where it is right now. We lost our first game, but we're not going to be daunted about that. All right, Mikey, never put water around electronics, or you just throw a whole glass of water on my computer, on my keyboard. And I don't know if you go work for the rest of the night. You know, people watch, play smash up, you know, people. Yeah, no, a whole glass of water, you know. Yeah, every time we just have to take a little sip on the program, you know what I mean? So, sucky. Anyway, things like that happen. I tell you, I'm the clumsiest guy that I know. I swear. Anyway, if we get like a trouble on the program, very small thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, let me see you go by. Yeah, anyway, let talk there. Okay, so folks, now the next thing that we have to tell all about, but we're moving on. In the whole thing about the CPEA, now they are saying, hold on. Yes, they are now saying that for persons who are wishing to have their students or sons, daughters transferred to other schools, that will be a serious task this time around, as many of the schools are filled to capacity. Now they are saying most of the students who pass have gotten the passes for their first choice. So whatever school they chose first, that will go on there with them. So it is very unlikely, it is highly unlikely, it's highly unlikely that you would get through with a transfer. You understand? Minister said she nearly had to pass her back though this morning with people looking for transfer. Some parents feel that the transfers have to do with how bright their children are and things like that, but nothing no go so. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Yeah, son. So anyway, yes, boy. But while we're on CPEA, the Prime Minister also sent out congratulatory notices to the students, the teachers, and everybody else who were involved in the whole business. And while speaking about that, we have to talk about a student in Carriacou. They say for a second year, a student of the Hillsborough government has stopped the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment exam for Carriacou and PT Matnick. And they say now that the top scoring student was really happy, excited about the whole thing. Mother, father, everybody excited about the business. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be selfish and keep it all in mainland Grenada. We want to take you to Carriacou for this special report.
For yet another year, a student from the Hillsborough Government School has stopped the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment exams. 12-year-old Kejana Emmons, with a score of 460, placed first for Carriacou and PT Matnick at the exams. Kejana says she is happy and proud of herself for being the top performer and attributed her success to hard work.
I feel very happy, very proud of myself. I didn't really think I would have top for the whole of the island. So yes, I'm very proud of myself. My success has contributed. My teacher helping me, the principal, my family encouraging me, and watching helpful YouTube videos. And I expect that I will go on to be successful onto my other school, come high in my classes, and make sure I have a good education.
Kejana will be attending the Hillsborough Secondary School. Grade 6 teacher at the school, Clint Alexander, is elated that his students were able to gain 100% passes. Alexander noted it was a challenge in preparing the students for the exams, but it was worth it.
Elated. I'm very happy that the students were able to achieve 100% passes. But first of all, I must say to God be the glory for great things He has done and He has brought them through. So they're actually enjoying the success now. So to God be the glory, great things He has done. Working with the students, some of them it was a challenge. Myself, the principal, sometimes teacher vendor come in, other parents will come in and assist. It was a deal. But at the end of the day, I guess it was worth it in the end.
A number of students spoke of how they feel about passing the exams.
Well, I feel very proud of myself and very happy and enjoyed. Although I could have done better, I feel very happy and proud of myself.
My teachers, my principal, families, for encouraging me and supporting me along the way. And I would like to thank God, because without Him, none of this would have been possible. My advice to the children who is taking on CPA exam next year is the sky's the limit and go for it, and definitely don't stop working.
I feel very thankful and happy to be a successful student at the Hillsborough Government School. I would like to give a good thanks to my teacher, Mr. Clint Alexander, and my principal, Miss Barbara Charles, and my family and other persons who have helped me through CPA 2019.
10 students from Carriacou made it on the top performers list this year. 38 students will be attending the Hillsborough Secondary School and 36 will be attending Bishop's College when the new school term begins. Not only did the Hillsborough Government School gain 100% passes at the exams, they also had 5 students on the top performers list. From the Hillsborough Government School with the 2019 successful students at the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment exams, I am Kendall Gay with this special report.
Hi Kendall, thank you very much for that special report. And I'm chilling them doing right, you know. Alright, so folks, that's for Carriacou. We're moving on now. The Spice Mass Corporation hereby extends an invitation to all interested persons to attend a judges workshop for Calypso, Groove, and the Soca in preparation for Spice Mass 2019. Now, the sessions will be facilitated by an individual from the Caribbean region. Now, these workshops will take place on Saturday 29th and Sunday 30th June 2019. Both workshops will take place at the Grenada National Stadium, room to be confirmed. Now, the sessions will begin at 9 a.m. and they say that it will end at 4 p.m. Now, interested persons, you are asked to contact the Spice Mask Corporation at 440-0621 or email admin@spicemaskgrenada.com to confirm attendance. All right? They say that confirmation of attendance is important in order to facilitate adequate preparation. I want to be a judge. And I could tell you why, you know, but we'll leave that talk. We'll talk about that talk later. You know what I mean? I find some judges afraid some people. Every year they sing the same song. And they still, you know, you all need somebody with some balls to be judge. So I want to judge. Somebody who have nothing to lose. I don't have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So I want to be a judge. Let me get everything back in order. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So here what we had to tell all you now. We have received an update from the police. 15-year-old Samora Allard, who was reported missing on Friday 14th June 2019, has been found and is reunited with her family. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to say thank you to the general public and the media for your continued support. I tell you, don't come and say, don't come and talk about no media and all that thing, and I say, Mikey Live. You know? It's only when this thing go on Mikey Live, them you know what I mean? Only when the thing reach on Mikey Live, them let me leave that talk. We call it a hen. You know what I mean? When the thing reach on Mikey Live, play smash up. We tell all of that, you know. We want to be big up separate. Oh, yeah. There's a statement, boy, that we have to read for all you, boy. No, bear with me. You know, we don't read no storybook on the program, but same way. This is a statement from the Ministry of Finance, Planning, Economic and Physical Development, and it's on donations and concessions. Now, the government of Grenada expresses sincere appreciation, they say, for the contributions and donations from organizations and persons at home and in the diaspora who are desirous of supporting its development agenda. And they are saying to avoid delays and enable a seamless experience at the port of entry, the government is reminding persons interested in shipping items to various sectors and to entities in Grenada of the procedures that is to be followed. Any person wishing to donate items to entities in Grenada for charitable purposes must write a letter to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Carnage, St. George, requesting duty-free concessions. The letter must include a detailed list of the items to be imported and should reach the Permanent Secretary's office at least 2 weeks before the items arrive in Grenada. Don't stop there. They say that this would give the concessions desk adequate time to process applications, since some applications require input from the entities regarding eligibility for concessions before the final decision is made. Now, it is therefore incumbent on the applicant to plan efficiently to ensure sufficient time is allotted to the application process. Now, the Ministry of Finance cannot be held responsible for charges incurred as a result of late application and or any other delays associated with importation. Now, this goes on to say here, this comes from the ministry, by the way. It must be noted that if another organization or ministry is requesting concessions on behalf of an entity, follow-up activity must be made through the entity making the application and not directly with the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance, as usual, aims at ensuring that all applications are processed in a timely manner. Government reiterates sincere appreciation for external donations and encourages the general public to abide by its stipulated guidelines. All right. Now, the Ministry of Health announces a focal point donation desk. And so the government of Grenada hereby advises the public that a focal point donation desk has been re-established at the Ministry of Health for the coordination of donations of health supplies. Now, the focal point is Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Carol McIntosh, who heads a committee of persons comprising representatives from the procurement and health promotion units of the Ministry of Health, as well as representatives from the diaspora. Now, there are 4 guidelines or guiding principles established by the Ministry of Health to guide the donation process. The donations of healthcare equipment should benefit the recipient to the maximum extent possible. Donations should be given with due respect for the wishes and the authority of the recipient, and in conformity with government's policies and administrative arrangements of the recipient country. There should be no double standard in quality. If the quality of an item is deemed unacceptable in the donor country, it should also be deemed as unacceptable as a donate. Hello? Well, give me. Okay, that's all the policy. Let me leave that one alone. There should be effective communication. Well, I understand where you're going with that one, especially where health things are concerned. All right? Okay. All right. There should be effective communications between the donor and the recipient, with all donations made according to a plan formulated by both parties. Now, they are saying that persons wishing to make donations to Grenada's health services, you are therefore required to initiate contact with the focal point as a first step of the process. All right. Now, the contact details are as follows: Dr. Carol McIntosh at email grenadageneralhospital@gmail.com, and copy to ps@health.gov.gd, or at telephone number 440-2051 extension 41018. All right. In the event that the items are being shipped to the ministry, the packages should be addressed to Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Ministerial Complex, Botanical Gardens, St. George's. The Ministry of Health is confident, they say, that the focal point and committee re-established in January this year will serve to enhance the level of collaboration with donors to facilitate the supply, delivery, and receipt of donations of goods and services. The Government of Grenada expresses sincere appreciation for the contributions and donations from friendly organizations and the persons at home and in the diaspora who are desirous of supporting its development agenda. I'm not going to pay me for that, you know, because fine. Look a quick song come before I come on the program done. That was a lot of reading. You know what I mean? Pay me. Alright. Olio, you have some changes, boy, to petroleum products, and so we want to share that with you. You know what I mean? Because you're going to want to know products. For example, the old price for gasoline, $19.91. Now it goes down to, $15.91. It goes down to $15.31. Diesel, $14.96. Now that goes down to $14.63. Kerosene, $9.41. Now it goes down to $9.13. The cooking gas, for example, it always stays the same, right? So let's keep that. In Carriacou, the gasoline $16.09, that was the price. Now it's $15.50. Diesel was $15.14. Now it's $14.81. Kerosene $9.60. Now that's down to $9.32. All right, and so on. We have actually posted the entire thing on our website for you, so of course you could check it out. All right. Yeah, we don't want to go too much reading, you know what I mean? I said. So all you could check out the program, the website for that. That's MikeyLive.com. Folks, today we learned that the MTV studios, boy, kitchen, offices, and so on, was vandalized. They say they realized that about 6:30 this morning, but you know, when they got there, they realized the place in a state. You understand? Office broken into, some things destroyed, but then our computer on the desk there. Well, that personally one thing. You understand? They say the office was vandalized. They take something and throw it outside the window, kind of thing, you know, people. You understand? So, according to MTV, that would have interrupted their operations for today. All you know that MTV just rebranded and thing, you know? So they try to make a thing for themselves because they are around for a time, you know. So everybody needs to recreate themselves to remain relevant. So they go ahead. They were smart. They recreated themselves, had a nice like rebranding, and boom. All they go and play, all they come and disrupt them people thing, and then just go and vandalize them people thing. You see, if people do all the thing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they really mess up them people thing. They almost didn't have news tonight. News came on late. You understand? Because of that whole thing. They had police and thing investigating all day today in the building. You know, they just seen and thing for fingerprint and thing. Well, I hope police find all the person who did this. Because up to now, we FM waiting for some sort of arrest. Folks, it's 2 days shy of an entire year. The same thing happened to WFM, but it was worse. Because somebody broke into the place, robbed. You understand? It was the 20th of June 2018. This fella broke up into the building just the same in WFM. We know who it is. We know who it is. You understand? We found out who it is. But up to now, boy, police waiting to get some more solid evidence. You understand? So 2 media entities get robbed exactly a year apart during the media week celebration. Man, if he's a trying to hear all again, he just look like the person on, deal with them. Can't accept them kind of thing, people. You can't accept that. You know what I mean? So, the MTV people now, going back to MTV, you see, when they arrived, they realized that things were not the way they left it. And so, they realized that somebody would have vandalized the building. You see, they didn't really go with all of the valuables, you know. They didn't really take, you know, but they vandalized the place. So, I mean, to what end do you vandalize an office? To what end? Like what I'm saying, what is there to gain? When you vandalize an office, I ain't get it. You understand? You understand? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I went and I do my own research. I went and do my own investigation for the break-in for WFM. Found the name of the person, the vehicle they drive, the color, where they staying with their girlfriend, where they originally from, all the thing. But up to now, police say, well, they don't get nothing solid enough. You understand? So, you understand? Anyway, how the system work, I guess, you know. So, I leave that talk there. I know if it's my place they rob. Nobody can come and tell me about no solid. I will make it solid. If all want better fingerprint, I'll get a wrist and bring it for all. Yeah. Look the wrist. Just double check the fingerprint. And I beat it. Anyway, let me leave that talk. So, all the Media Workers Association, they sent out a press release today relating to the vandalism that would have occurred at the MTV. You know, we're going to share that with you a bit. Now, it says here that the Media Workers Association of Grenada stand in solidarity with the management and staff of the Meaningful Television MTV upon learning on Tuesday morning that its compound was vandalized. MWAG sympathizes with the management and staff as they deal with this trauma associated with the vandalism. The association is calling on members of the fraternity to reach out to the colleagues at MTV during this time. police investigations continue. Today is 2 days shy of a year. Well, yeah, I think we are at that part in the bottom there. Yeah. Anyway, so let me leave that part there out because we talk about it already. You understand? So yeah, let me leave that one there now. We going now. All here. So there was this Facebook post going around last week alluding to the discovery of a body in the Grandlands area several months ago. And so it accused the officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force, the investigating officers, of not being vigilant. It also accused another individual of foul play. It held, in other words, that post held somebody responsible for the death of this young woman. This since caught the attention of the Royal Grenada Police Force, who last Friday, I believe it was, but we didn't have a program Friday, so we can share it with you, sent out a statement on the matter. And it says that the Royal Grenada Police Force stands by the integrity of the investigation into the death of Lisa Crystal Antwine, whose body was discovered on Grandlands Beach on Friday, 26 April 2019. Now, the body was fully clothed and showed no signs of violence or physical harm. In keeping with the RGPF's standard operating procedures, the discovery immediately triggered an investigation which focused on the circumstances which would have led to her death. The autopsy of the body by the government's pathologist determined the cause of death as one, severe bilateral pulmonary edema, which is fluid accumulation in the lung. 2, hypertension. And 3, mitral aortic valvopathy. And that's a condition related to the heart. Now, based on these findings and the absence of any evidence to the contrary, the RGPF is satisfied that the deceased died by natural causes. Now, the RGPF say that they take note of information circulating on social media that challenges the veracity and validity of the police investigation. The RGPF hereby assures the family of the late Lisa Crystal Antwine and the general public that we have engaged all our investigative resources in this matter, that the investigations followed due process, and we are fully confident in the outcome based on the available evidence at the time. However, should anyone have valid, verifiable information or evidence that could trigger a relook into this matter, please make this information available to the police. Now, the RGPF is aware that this continues to be a difficult time for the family of the deceased, and we express our deepest condolences to them. We have also made our personal contact with the family to encourage the sharing of any information that may influence further investigation into this matter, right? And that's a statement by the Royal Grenada Police Force, you know, and it speaks in terms of why. It spoke of why it is saying this right now, because of the social media post that was circulating and so on and so forth. Yes? All right. So, folks, we have more things to tell you about. I can't tell you how to drink some water in the program because I throw it down on my keyboard. So my keyboard drink all my water for me. I don't even know if it's going to work. We're going to give it a try and see. We're going to take a break and we're going to see if it can work. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, here's what. We got real news. We have real thing to tell you about it. And we know start, people. We know start. So give us a 2 minutes. Let me sort things out. And we're coming back
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
The Courts Home event is finally here. Now is the time to get all you need for your home. Create your sweet retreat with our bedroom ranges. Level up the family room with high-definition TVs, entertainment systems, comfy sofas or sectionals. Enjoy more home dining with a new set. Getting into home fitness? We've got that too. And find something shiny and new for your kitchen. All at the Courts Home event, where we have it all.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
This is your year of mega breakthrough. Don't miss the prophetic camp meeting with international guest speaker Prophet Janelle Brown in Grenada at the Grenada Youth Cultural and Recreational Center, Montrouge, Grenance. Friday, June 21st at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday, June 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Come believing God for your healing and breakthrough. This is your year of mega breakthrough. The child.
Yes, this is your year of the breakthrough. All right, so folks, welcome back on the program. And the next thing that we have to tell you about, boys, on the pad now your favorite politician is once again in the news. We're talking about Donald Trump. So let me tell you what's going on. President Trump is threatening to remove millions of people living in the United States illegally on the eve of formally announces his re-election bid. Now, in a pair of tweets Monday night, Trump said that the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement would next week begin the process of removing the millions of illegal aliens who have illicitly found their way into the United States. He said they will be removed as fast as they come in. Now, an administration official said the effort would focus on the more than 1 million persons or people who have been issued final deportation orders by federal judges but remains at large in the U.S. Now, it is unusual for law enforcement agencies to announce raids before they take place, but some say that Trump is doing that so that they can discourage those who plan on taking that trip. So at least they will reduce on the amount of persons attempting to head into the U.S. Well, let's see, all right? But that has really gotten some persons nervous. We have seen a lot, even Grenadians, making comments to that effect on social media. Folks, an argument between siblings over a television remote turned fatal when an 11-year-old girl died by suicide after she was sent to her room by her mother. This one happened in Trinidad. Police say that the girl was at her home at around 5:30 p.m. on Monday when she got into an argument over the remote with her brother. A fight began between the two and her mother sent her to the room. About 15 minutes later, the girl's mother checked on her and found her unconscious. So they say the mother called the ambulance and the child was taken to hospital, to the Arima hospital, where she was declared dead an hour later. They say that the police went to the hospital and the home and collected sheets and a pink sweater belonging to the girl. Well, I never see that yet. 11 years? A man was seriously injured after an argument with a young man. So an elderly man and a young man. This incident happened in St. Lucia. Check this out.
The video begins with what appears to be a confrontation between a young man and a more senior male. The older male is accusing the young man of being involved in some incident which he, the younger man, denies. He responds by pelting stones from close range at the older man. He hits him a few times with the stones. Then it becomes more serious. The young man grabs a stone which he is unable to pelt effectively, so he breaks it into smaller chunks on the road.
Yeah.
And then he pelts the smaller stones, still large enough to do serious harm to the older man, all from close range. One of the men is heard appealing to the young assailant to stop it. But the assailant does not listen. The final strike is to the head, too brutal to be shown. It hits the man to the back of the head and he falls to the ground with blood gushing from the fresh wounds. He struggles to get up but can't. He muffles a few words. One of the men calls for help. He wants the ambulance summoned to the scene. The assailant is asked to leave the area. Soon afterwards, the video cuts. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Thank you very much, Stanley. This is crazy, man. This is dread. All right, folks, we getting ready for the national report.
The 3rd Annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
This is your year of mega breakthrough. Don't miss the prophetic camp meeting with international guest speaker Prophet Janelle Brown in Grenada at the Grenada Youth Cultural and Recreational Center, Montrouge, Grenade. Friday, June 21st at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, June 22nd at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday, June 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Come believing God for your healing and breakthrough. This is your year of mega breakthrough.
Thank you very much, and here is now the national report.
Sale of alcohol will be prohibited at school functions with implementation of revised National Schools Policy on Drugs. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, June 18th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. As of September 2019, the sale of alcoholic beverages will be prohibited at school functions. This will be enforced with the implementation of the revised National Schools Policy on Drugs for 2018 to 2023 by the Drug Control Secretariat and the Ministry of Education. During the government's weekly post-cabinet media briefing on Tuesday, Education Minister the Honorable Emmeline Pear said the policy applies to all principals, teachers and students of public and private primary and secondary institutions.
As of September 2019, schools will not be allowed to sell alcoholic beverages at their school functions. In addition to that, I also want to refer to the consumption or the possession of those substances. It would also be forbidden for persons including teachers, school support staff, including counselors, librarians, school security officers, visitors, parents or guardians, or any persons who use school premises during school function to be using or having in their possession those said items.
The new drug policy clearly outlines the prohibited items: intoxicating liquor, tobacco, hemp, electronic cigarettes, and controlled drugs, among others. It also highlights the changes that were made following the initial draft of the policy in 2002.
The revised policy includes a number of new initiatives, new areas to be addressed. Back in 2002, we did not have the issue of electronic cigarettes or e-cigarettes. Well, with the revision, we had to take that into consideration. Come September, we'll be focusing quite a lot on in-school suspension. That is, the child commits a drug-related offense. We would be doing the investigations, etc., but we want them to stay around school a bit. There may be an odd situation where we may have to ask them to remain home for a day or two. But as much as possible, we want to keep them at school, whereby we can provide the relevant assistance, counseling, guidance, etc.
As head of the Drug Control Unit, Dave Alexander, it is the hope of the unit and the ministry that the revised policy will address some of the issues surfacing at schools as it relates to alcohol and drug abuse. The top 2019 CPEA student in Carriacou, Kedrana Emmons, says she never expected to top the list in the Sister Isle. Kedrana credited the support of her teachers, principal, parents, and all within her circle for helping her to succeed.
My teacher helping me, the principal, my family encouraging me, and watching helpful YouTube videos.
Okay, so what's next for your school reading? What do you expect from you as
I'm going to be attending the Hillsborough Secondary School. and I expect that I will go on to be successful onto my other school, come high in my classes, and make sure I have a good education.
Okay, so what advice would you like to give to those students that may be going into grade 6 for next?
I want to tell them that just pay attention, be confident, and keep working and pushing to what they want to do.
Meanwhile, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, the Honorable Kendra Maturin-Stewart, met with jubilant students of the Mount Pleasant Government School on Tuesday morning to congratulate them on their 100% pass rate in the 2019 CPEA exams. Minister Stewart told the students entering into a different environment means they have to ensure distractions are minimized and they focus on the task ahead. These students will be heading to Bishop's College and Hillsborough Secondary School at the start of the new term in September.
You have a great launching pad. You have a great place in which to launch off, right? Do not allow anything, friends, anything to get into your way of your success. Your success is for you to go and take it, for you to go and grab it. If you don't do that, nobody else will do it for you. And so that is why you need to take it with an open arms, with an open heart, and dream to succeed, and you will succeed.
These students themselves are eagerly looking forward to the next stage of their lives.
For me, CPA exam was somewhat a mixed challenge, with the social studies being most difficult and language being extremely easy.
Our preparation was done through shared sacrifice by studying hard both at school and home and keeping focus on the goal which we all wanted to achieve.
It was never an easy task, but by attaining 100% for our school, the Mount Pleasant Government School, is even more rewarding to all of us.
Our three main contributors in these achievements are our teachers, who have paved the way for us from the very first day at the institution, our family, particularly our parents, and most importantly, the Almighty God.
We are anticipating greater success in all of our future endeavors as the sky is our limit.
Congratulations to all students who have passed the CPA exam this year.
Special commendation to Kimaya Richards from Vendham RC School on topping the CPA results with a total of 490 points.
The 2019 grade 6 class of Mount Pleasant Government School, we would like to say thank you for all the support over the years.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man 11. 2 days of frolicking in the bean, many events, one carnival.
Continuing the news, Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has extended heartfelt congratulations to all the students who were successful in the 2019 Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, CPEA. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Dr. Mitchell said, and I quote, "I know how exciting it is to have arrived at this, but remember your journey is only just beginning. There is so much more for you to accomplish. Through hard work and dedication, you will continue to achieve good results." Special commendation must be given to the top student, Kimaya Richards, of the Vendham RC School. Kimaya, you have done yourself, your school, and your parents proud. Continue to work hard in pursuit of your goals. The range of success recorded by schools this year illustrates the quality of education available to students across the island. We commend the teachers, principals, administrative staff, and all others who are committed to ensuring the success of students and who oftentimes go beyond the call of duty to make this happen. We salute you. To the parents and family members of the soon-to-be secondary school students, continue to encourage and motivate them. It is important that you work in tandem with teachers, giving them extra support when necessary to help ensure that students succeed. To the churches and members of the clergy, thank you for the critical role you continue to play in molding our young people. Let us continue to hold them in our prayers and work hand in hand with teachers and parents to guide them along the right path. As a nation, we must bind together to ensure that the legacy we leave to the students of today will be one worth having. Let us come together in harmony, demonstrating that even as we pursue individual goals, we must work fervently towards building a Grenada of which we can all be proud. As a government, we reaffirm our commitment to continuously improving the education sector to enable students and educators alike to maximize the results of their hard work." Unquote. Staff of the Ministry of Education who spent long hours on the weekend processing the CPEA results have been highly commended by Education Minister Emmeline Pear. The results were released on Saturday night. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister Pear said she was satisfied with the efforts of the examinations unit.
And I want to take the opportunity to commend and to say special thank you to the exams unit headed by Mrs. Michelle Peters-George. Of course, Mr. Mitchell here, who is a member of that unit, would tell you that it required the team to work all day on Sunday and into the very late night. When I got a brief, it was at about 2:30 a.m., which indicates to me around the time that they were finished. Because once you get the data, of course, you have to do the assignment of schools. So their goal was to have the results released to the Grenadian public on Monday morning, and I'm so extremely proud of that department and the work that they did to facilitate that.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Thank you very much, Leslie Ann. And now we take a quick look at the weather, see what it's going to be like. This information was sent in to us by the Met Office. Now, tonight, Tuesday, the minimum temperature is expected to be about 25 degrees Celsius. There may be a medium chance of nighttime showers. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher times. Seas moderate, waves up to 8 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. And your weather for tomorrow is expected to be mostly cloudy, windy and hazy with occasional daytime showers and a medium chance of thunder. The minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius, max 30.5. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 16 to 26 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough, waves up to 9 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. And that's your weather report for tonight and for tomorrow. And we want to say thank you to all our regular viewers on the program quickly. Rolanda, Noreen, Hazel, Shermaine, Trevelyn, Shireen, Neki, Esther, Ala, Melly. Also, we see that we have Dorea, Zaka, Deslin, Esther, I see you. Yes, we also have Evelyn with us, Rayburn, Kirin, and Teresa, and Lisa. We also have Kevin, Suzette, and who else is with us? You know, the regulars, Karen and Deborah, all the folks, Mom, Linton, and everyone. I want to say thank you for viewing. We're going to have another program for you tomorrow, God's willing. We also would like to say thank you to the folks who are viewing via WPG10. We touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. That's as far as we can go for the night. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja, no. Good night, everyone. God bless you. See you tomorrow.